Hi, Theo. Disappointing result against a very tough team on the road. How would you sort of evaluate the team's performance on the pitch?
Yeah, like you said, we played a very good team today. Um, but the reality is, it wasn't good enough today. And although we had spurts where we showed, some very good build up with the ball, we had good possession at times. I felt like, it was just that final bit which was missing. And that's the clinical, but a little bit more direct. We lacked that final ball in certain moments. And yeah, obviously we're a new side. And some players today, we haven't played together, and so yeah, today's one of those days. It's a difficult day. I mean, I have a very bad feeling right now from this game. So although the final result was a loss, I felt like there's still things that we can take positives that we can take from this game. I actually thought we kept possession very well at times, and we were on the front foot. But like I said, it was just that final ball.
We'll go next to Neil Davidson.
Thank you. Theo, Robin was just telling us that this was only the second game that a diamond to be used in the midfield. You guys hadn't really trained much, and that really you guys are still trying to find the right roadmap, so to speak, in formation and things like as you're trying to find your way.
I mean, yeah, we're players and we need to adapt and we need to listen to whatever the guff says, and try and apply that as well as we can. Like you said, it's a new formation. We haven't had a lot of time, like you said, to play under this formation. However, we tried our best really to obviously, like you said, even though it's a new formation, we at times, I thought we found good passes. We linked up well with each other, but it was just that final bit and just to get into that final third and get that opportunity to create something. We got something out of it. We got a corner, or we made a deep progression. So those are all good things. But today it just didn't connect, and that's the truth. Specifically in the final third. So it's one of those. We have one more week. We have one last game, and I felt like although today is the case, I thought this past 2 months has been a very good period for our team. I feel like we've gelled very well, and we've put some very good performances on the road. Obviously, 8 draws. It's not ideal at all, but even if we compare it to the beginning of the season, it's massive progress for the side, and for us players, it's a really big boost in our morale. Knowing that we can compete against these teams and yeah, today's not a good day. These past couple of months, and how we've played and how we've competed, and even today we competed. But like I said, it was just the difference of one team being more clinical than the other, and having better opportunities. So we're going to be working to change that and to start being a little bit more ruthless, making better attacks, making better decisions, and that's something for myself that I'm looking to work on personally, and obviously from a team perspective, that as well. So
Thank
yeah.
We'll go next to James.
Thanks, Nick. Hey, Theo. Both goals tonight came in transition moments, more or less. Did it feel a little bit like LA was setting traps for you guys out there?
I mean, yes, it was a little bit unlucky. I mean, the first one's a little bit of a lapse in concentration. But like a player like Alonso, he makes that mistake, but he's been phenomenal. He's been so good for us, and we trust him on the ball, and he's always on the ball. He's such a technical player, and these things happen. I mean, for example, like even Steven Gerrard for Liverpool had that slip, but that doesn't count him as a bad player. Alonso's a very talented player, and it happens to the best of us. So that's just a bit of a lapse in concentration, but obviously I can't praise him enough for what season. So these things happen. I thought, although even though we conceded, we were very brave, and we were testing each other under difficult circumstances, and we actually got out of the press on a few occasions too. Is definitely a big positive. And then the second goal again, it's one of those. It's that's the truth. That's the word for it. It's when it happens, but again, Sifu was a player who died, and again, it's nothing's personal. It happens to the best of us. I mean, I think everyone's had a slip up in their career, and this is just one of those games. It's annoying. Huge players for us, two key players, and that we trust so much on the ball. And sometimes, in these difficult circumstances, when you're under a lot of pressure, these things happen. So we're gonna be looking to bounce back in this next game and finish this season off.